Welcome back to Football Focus. We talk about news, sports, analysis, you name it, we might try to explain it. We're talking Euros, we're talking semifinals. We had Spain versus France. Tomorrow we have England versus the Netherlands. And it's kind of what I expected. I said this in my last video. I think Spain currently is the team to beat or team to lose to because I think that anybody that goes against him will lose. And this is definitely going to be one that Mbappe wants to definitely get back. I would say overall, Spain, yeah, they had majority of possession throughout the game, which if you are an avid watcher of soccer or football, you knew that this was going to happen. I'll say out of the two teams, I did want Spain to win just because I want a more exciting final. But hey, sometimes I don't like how they play, but sometimes I love how they play. So it's a tough one to decide. So of course Spain came out pretty hot, pretty aggressive, and then surprise, surprise, France came through the first goal. Colomani with a nice header. From then on, you expected a pretty good game. Obviously, when you get an early goal as a neutral fan, you got to love it. Yeah, and this is honestly pretty much what Spain was doing to France the whole game. This is when I feel that France kind of let it go because at the beginning, France is trying to play, and now they're kind of trying to sit back and just counter and let one of the best teams in the world with a bunch of skillful players have the ball at their feet. And then, what do you know? Moments later, probably the goal of the tournament, scored by the youngest player in the tournament. I mean, just amazing scenes. And like I said in the last video, also, I really think we have something special brewing up with Yamal. So hopefully he stays healthy and strong and we get to see him just have fun on the pitch. I thought this is also a funny scene when Jesus Navas was taken off. One of the Spain supporters, I mean, yeah, don't you guys got to have a little bit of decency, a little bit of respect. Jesus Navas is like 40 or 50, and he's going against Mbappe. So he did okay. That's why they took him off in the 57th minute. But yeah, I really thought this was funny how they caught that on camera. If you did miss this goal, here it is again. Might get copyright for it, but hey, what a goal. What a moment. Great opportunity to capture this. And yeah, if you are a young player, this is a dream of many of us growing up, especially the ones who love soccer. Then honestly, from then on, they completely momentum swung and they took control of the game. Then you had the second goal scored by Danny Olmo. He's a really techie player, like watching him play too. You also had Rodri in the center dominating and sealing up that midfield. I mean, France just could not really keep up with what Spain is smoking right now. And it is what it is. If you've been watching Spain play throughout this tournament, second half, I wouldn't say it was boring or anything, but no goals were scored. But, France, they just didn't have enough at the end. Player of the match, you guessed it, Yamal. He deserved it. Best player on the field. At least one of them. I think Rodri could have got it too, but hey, he scored that beautiful goal. Youngest guy to do it. He deserves a moment like this. So super cool to see. After the game, William Saliba had this to say. We're disappointed because we could have done better. We scored first, but after that, we gave them two goals. Honestly, they were better than us, and we have to accept that. It's hard, but that's how it is. We gave everything to get back into it, but it didn't happen. It did not happen. One thing I did like was that it wasn't the officials who ran the show. No VAR really stepped in and took control, so that was good to see. Even though Spain, they dive every time they get the chance, but it's part of the game. Of course, you had France supporters real tense. Now, as far as France, obviously they're going to be fine. They always have some ballers in their team, and they're still pretty young overall. But it is unfortunate to see, Mbappe kind of slip up. Mbappe did do really well in the World Cup, so you would have thought he would have done a little better, but it seems like they definitely had his number in this tournament. Do you think Mbappe is as good as they say he is? Is he overhyped? Let me know in the comments. And then somebody said that this is Mbappe's touch. Another player who deserves a little more respect, but Cucurella, he gets he gets really a lot of crap from the Chelsea supporters and that fan base. But I think he's a pretty solid player if you put him in the right system. I the guy can really ball out. He's obviously technical and smart enough. May not be the quickest guy, but I think he's a solid player. Yeah, now Spain has moved within a game of winning their first men's international title since 2012. Yeah, so what are your thoughts? Do you think France should have won? Do you think Spain should have won? Do you think Spain's going to win the whole thing? They've obviously been one of the better teams throughout this tournament so far, so it's going to be hard to beat them. I mean, you knew that they were definitely the better team coming in, and I don't see either the Netherlands or England beating them in the final. But what are your thoughts? They deserved the win, I'll be honest with you. I probably wouldn't take my opponent seriously either if I saw a video like this. Can you believe this guy right here might be one of the best players in the world in a few years, if not already? If you made it this far, I really appreciate you watching. This is Football Focus. We talk about news, sports, you name it. We might try to explain it. Today, we just touched briefly over the semifinal between Spain versus France. Next, we have England versus Netherlands, where I feel like England's going to edge it out, but part of me thinks the Netherlands going to win. So it's like I'm not really locked in yet, but who do you think is going to win? If you like this type of content, drop a like down below, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts, and I thank you again. I'll catch you guys next time. All right, later. Later.
That's going viral. Oh, man.
Back it up, baby.